What's up, my friends? Welcome to another edition of Car Talk. And the holidays are upon us. It is Christmas Eve, and it's really crazy this year because, for one, there's so many people who are not working. I'm not saying they're out of work, but they're just not working. So there's so many open jobs, but people just don't want those low-paying jobs anymore. They don't want to work at McDonald's or Food Lion or Taco Bell because during the pandemic, they were used to getting paid for doing nothing. So I think people finally got in their minds that their time is what they're really fighting for. So all that work that they're doing, they finally realized that having that freedom of time is worth more than going out and getting a $8 an hour job. And this is something that I've been trying to tell people for a long time. Not to not work, but to work for your money in a smart way and earn money. Myself, I propose always having a business. Like right now, I do have a job to kill time right now, and also to fund a couple of things that I'm doing. But I've always had a business, at least one running. Right now, I have my food business right now. So it's barbecue and other street food and catering. So I did a pop-up yesterday at another facility that allowed me to use their kitchen. And I made over $500 in 4 hours, from 11 to 2. At 2 o'clock, we had our last customer and sold out the last 3 items. So it was really good. But the point of the matter is that people right now on this holiday, this is a very special, critical, crazy type time in the United States of America, where you have loads of low-paying jobs, loads of people who don't want to work, loads of people who don't have the education to get some of the higher paying jobs, and then loads of people that right now during this holiday ritual, which is Christmas, they're still gonna go out there and finance their Christmas. They're still gonna put all this junk on their credit cards that they don't need and come out at the end of the day worse shape financially than they were before. Now, why do we put ourselves through that? Why does Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, why do these things always trigger spending? Once again, because it is a ritual. It's something that we've been habitually programmed to do. And you ever heard people say that it's unusual, or why aren't you getting someone a gift or something on a certain day? That shows you that they have really been programmed. And once again, that programming starts from birth. As soon as a kid is able to put 1 + 1 together, they start understanding, hey, on this day, Santa Claus is supposed to bring me some damn gifts. I'm supposed to have some little boxes that's wrapped with these colorful paper, and inside is something nice, something that I really wanted, that I can play with. What the hell happened if I don't get that? Have you ever seen children upset about their gifts? I've seen it multiple times. I have a grandson, and I know I've had 5 kids too, but just going off my grandson, kids nowadays are so entitled. I remember when I was growing up, when we woke up in the morning, we had breakfast. And breakfast was whatever, sorry for the glare, guys, whatever the hell mom decided to cook that day. Or you had cereal. And when I say cereal, it wasn't Tutti Fruits, Yum Yummies, Super Pops, Kettle Corn, or any of those things. We had what was called Corn Flakes with a K. Korn Flakes. And that was it. And you had some sugar, and you hoped you had enough milk, because otherwise you was going to do what? Put some water on that. So kids nowadays, They're so entitled. They'll come in and go, can I have some waffles, or can I have a bagel, or some cheese bites, or some other bullshit? Because once again, we do this. You do this. You have made your kid entitled, and I know I did the same thing. My kids, as a parent, we think that by making our kids not want for anything that we make their life better. And that is not true. I think the struggle and the lack that the generations had before made us better human beings. And that's the term, and that's the thing, the theme of this. Christmas and times like these other financial rituals that the elite have set up have made us worse human beings, because it puts value on inanimate things and takes away the value of people. Point in case, if you don't buy your kids a present and somebody else finds out, they'll think you are a piece of crap. Well, why don't you get your kids any present? Why don't you do this? Don't you think how happy they would be if they see these little things on the tree? Why wouldn't you want your child to be? I've heard all this shit. And once again, these ritualistic holidays are set up for you to go spend money and break yourself and make yourself more indebted to this financial meat grinder that we continually find ourselves in. So I'm hoping on this holiday that people will be a little smarter and hopefully have budgeted and paid for the things that they want to give people. I'm all for giving a kid a few, gifts. But as my nieces and nephews can tell you, I don't buy toys, because you grow out of toys and throw that away. Clothing is almost the same thing, but at least clothing can be more useful and functional during the time. I would rather, when my nieces and nephews and grandkids and granddaughters and grandsons start getting a little older, financial education and financial products will be something I'd rather give to them. Just imagine, and then this is something that I always wanted to be able to do when I pass away, not just giving debt to your children, or even for Christmas, giving them a house, a rent home. So just signing over the deed to them and say, hey, this house paid for, here, this is yours. Or a business and say, hey, this is my barbecue business that operates over here. It's already runs itself. It has a manager and everything. I just signed over all the proceeds and everything that will go to you in your name. Wouldn't that be a hell of a Christmas present? Wouldn't that be a hell of a birthday present? Instead of giving them a G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip or a Power Ranger, how about getting them $2,000 worth of savings bonds to put into their account for when they get older, or starting to fund their college fund? Wouldn't that be a whole lot better than giving them the latest Barbie doll or the biggest Nintendo Switch, $6,000 gaming system? How about you put that into an interest-bearing account to where they actually would have double or triple that by the time they hit 18? Problem is, we don't think that way. And it's not specifically our fault, because we're never educated financially. And there's a purpose for that. If you were educated financially, you would see the stupidity in the things that people do. The stupidity in the things that how the system is set up for you. You start to ask questions about why you pay certain things. Why is certain things so expensive? Why do they have sales at this time, but the price is actually double what it was regularly? They just gave you a 50% discount on it, but it was way cheaper than that before, because we don't pay attention to prices. These are all different little methodologies and things that the elite do to continue siphoning money from regular people. And if you don't have a business, you don't own your own holding company, you're not having a $1 million trading account or savings account, you are regular people just like me. I do have a business though, which means I am privy to a lot of things that those people have also, because I am working with the system, not against the system. So this holiday season, I wish you all a happy holidays, much love with your loved ones, family, and friends, but pay attention to your pocketbook. Don't overreach your wallet, and don't come out of Christmas in worse shape than you went into Christmas. Talk to you in the next one.